How's it going, everybody? It is Sam with BFPGear.com, and today we're going to be taking a first look at the brand new Luxe IDOL. This is a product release that I am really excited for, as I owned a TM40 about 2 years ago. Absolutely loved it. So I'm curious to see what the big changes are from the TM40 moving up to the Luxe IDOL. We'll see you right after the intro. All right, so here we have the Luxe IDOL's packaging. Before we start cracking this open, I do want to give a big thanks and shout out to our guy here at our shop, Extreme Paintball store, Modesto, Cheech. This is his personal Luxe IDOL, and he did take it out and use it for the weekend, and he said he absolutely loved this thing. But we appreciate you letting us borrow it, dude. And I'm really excited to crack this open and get a first look, obviously. So, moving on from that, new case. This new case looks really good. I like it. Little skeptical here. I feel like if this gets any like paint or anything on it, it's gonna like, you know, rub off or come off. But I guess that's okay. I like the new case. It looks really sleek. It's nice, and it's still like that hard shell material. So, I dig that a lot. And then there's a handle that's inside. He already has it installed here, but you can actually like unhook it and put it on whatever side you want. And that's just a cool little touch. So time to get into the meat and potatoes here. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. The packaging looks awesome. Like, this is really good presentation, I think. Like I said, I've been a fan of Luxes. They are personally one of my favorite paintball markers to shoot next to Planet Eclipse, but the Luxe IDOL, like, this presentation is awesome. These bungee cords help secure everything in here. Like, these slot in, it feels like, and they're a little difficult to take out. So I wonder if like the bungee cords are even necessary, but you do get these two like waterproof, weatherproof pouches. And it's got like some, you know, cool branding on it, which I think is really sweet. I do like the fact that there are multiple loops included with this, so you don't need to carry like an extra, you know, box or anything to carry your barrel kit. You can just get more inserts. If you got another front, you can put a front here, different back, that kind of thing. So I think that's really sweet. Let's go ahead and grab the barrel here. Barrel tip's a little bit different. As we can see here, there's smaller porting holes. That's going to help prevent like dirt, water, debris, that kind of stuff get into the front of the barrel. And then they add some extra porting right up there at the top, which is really cool. Still Luxe threaded. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping that they were going to go autococker on this one. They kept hiding the threads from all the images, and then they just released this with the Luxe threads. But it is the Luxe threads that we know very well. And then another thing that leaves a little bit more to be desired is you get two inserts, but it says large bore and small bore. What I was told is that the large bore is a 688 and the small bore is a 684. It would just be nice to have that on here. If it said large bore 688, that would be cool. But the sleek black look of the insert just matches the whole aesthetic of the gun. I do like that, but again, put some numbers on there. And I believe that's something that will be fixed in the near future. That would be cool if it is. But you get the Freak XL barrel system, so all you need to do is just buy some inserts afterwards. The barrel threads together super easy. Like, you don't hear anything. There was like no lubricant added to like the threads to make that smooth. It is just really easy to do. Put the barrel off to the side here for a moment. We'll leave this insert here. But you got this weatherproof little case right here. And this is where you're gonna find your quick start guide. Full color, little half manual kind of thing, but it's gonna tell you everything that you need to know about your core, your gun, all that stuff, which I think is really sweet. And you can always download the full manual online. Put that over here. And of course, you've got all these extra little pockets in here. Charging cable and a barrel sock is gonna be located in this pocket here. We've got spares up on this one here, a little crammed in there, but you do get like a full spare O-ring kit, which I think is really slick. If you're getting a high-end marker, that's something that I would honestly expect is to get something like that. Let's see, a little piece of paper in there is probably his notes or something like that. And then of course you get your full set of Allen keys here. It's a great set of Allens because they got the ball end on it. And then of course you're gonna get a little thing of the Luxe grease. So it's everything that you're gonna need for the Luxe IDOL in one package. That's something that I believe should just come standard with all high-end guns, especially ones that are priced at $1,799, at least at the time of this video being made. So we'll go ahead and slide this whole thing back in. All right, now for the sweet part here. So we're gonna go ahead and move this off to the side. Let's bring the barrel back in. All right, this is gonna be the IDOL itself. So you do get this little weatherproof pouch. Again, cool little touch. And then we have the IDOL here. It does sit kind of loose in here, but that's zipped up, and then you have it in the case, and you should be okay. So the first thing that I notice with the IDOL is big screen right here on the side. Go ahead and power it on. There's a button on the back here, and you can either hold it down or double tap.
Powering on. Welcome to the Luxe experience. Battery level 100%.
I do like the fact that the voice here is not like super obnoxious. Like when the TM40 would boot up, it would have like that kind of intro sound effect, and then the voice was really, really loud. But this is really nice. This is a really cool, crisp HD display. It is easy to read. It is easy to get all the information that you need with the marker. I think this is a great touch. The grips also, like these feel really good. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's textured, but it's like a micro texture or something like that. Like, I don't know. It feels really good in the hands. And then they did shorten up the air source adapter here, as you can kind of see it like kind of curves up a little bit. I know the TM40 is a little bit more flat, but even if I hold the marker with 3 fingers on the frame there and 1 on the trigger, I still have plenty of space. Like this feels really good. And I would also think that the mix of having like a metal backstrap and this rubber grip would feel weird in the hands. It really doesn't. It just feels really good. I don't know. The trigger's a lot better. It's gonna make some beeping noises here, but this feels a lot better. It's a lot more loose. It's not as stiff, and they switched over to this shallow deuce, as they call it. I do like this trigger shape a lot. I think it feels a lot better. Moving on here, we got the foregrip. They changed up this foregrip right here. And he's got these 2 kind of like large notches that help like slot your fingers in place. It feels natural. I thought it would feel really weird. It actually feels really good. I'm really surprised about that. I'm always skeptical about seeing like something like this, but no, this feels really good. Like when I'm holding this, I feel, it doesn't feel like it's obstructive. I don't really feel these. It just kind of like goes in between my fingers like perfectly. The eye covers, they kept the eye system the same. So you have that little magnetic thing and you push the spring lock open, and I like to push down to crack it open. It's a lot bigger now. It's a little bit easier to actually take out, which I really, really dig. Same detents. I absolutely love these detents. All you gotta do is clean them. You don't really need to replace them ever. And then when you put these back, it just snaps right back into place and it's locked in. The feed neck. So the feed neck, they didn't really change a whole lot with that, but they did this like nitrile, kind of like black, I don't know, like stainless steel anodized sort of thing. And it's really nice. It still clamps and closes really easily. Still got that locking notch there. So you know that loader is not gonna move at all. I'm gonna go ahead and actually turn the gun off here. They did change up the ASA too, not just with like the shape of it, but also with the lever here. So the lever's a lot smaller. It's this little flat piece and it's got a spring, so it actually like springs out. And they kept it so it's nice and flat like this, so you would never ever accidentally engage your air if you're like in a staging area or something. And then when it locks in place, it like snaps in. So this feels really nice and secure. The back strap here, let's see if we can pop this off. It's a little difficult because it is magnetic. Yeah, see, he used it. Oh man, he's got a little bit of paint right there, but that's all right. So you see that this backstrap comes off, and then when you do that, you have your serial number, the battery compartment, and then a USB-C charging port. So you do have rechargeable batteries with this, which I absolutely love. That way, if I forget to charge it at home, I can just charge it, on the way up to the field or something like that. All the electronics are underneath the grip here, but let's go ahead and let's get the core out here. Still pops out the same. You're just going to lift up and pull out the core. And they did change a couple things on the core. It looks like there's a little bit more volume behind here, like right here in this little chamber. And then we see we have the notch here. Let's move this. We have the notch here, so you can open up the airflow for the bolt speed. This is good if you play in like colder weather, or if you're experiencing any kind of bolt stick. You can just take this O-ring that's located right in front of it, move it back, and that should fix your issue. I believe you lose a little bit of efficiency on that. Feel free to fact check me in the comment section below. And then we pop the core out here. Pretty much almost identical to the TM40, but they did change up the bolt. Oh, you stop moving around. So still got that ice coating, so it's that super smooth action when it's in this bolt can here. But they put some air flow skirts around the back of the bolt, and that slows the speed down, so there's minimal impact on the paintball itself. And of course, they added this post where the bolt sits. So when I put that there, you see the post just sits in the center. They still keep the bolt open face, so it's that even distribution of air. So when the bolt moves forward, it's just pushing the ball out, and then air will push it out. But this holds the ball in place right in front of it, so that it eliminates rollback, and that helps eliminate any kind of consistency issues, which I think is a really sweet little touch. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this back in. This just goes in with no problem. But yeah, not like any crazy massive changes to the core, but this is a very welcome touch right up here. Like, this is just gonna help with paint handling, and I mean, these things can handle some pretty brittle paint. So, comes apart exactly the same as the TM40, which I think is a sweet feature. So if you needed to swap frames when a mechanical frame's out, or you need to get in on anything, you just undo those two things and your whole frame is off. One of the big features that is really cool is you see that the plug didn't come with the frame here, but instead it's sitting here in the body. Now I can pop in either the frame or the body, and this is a free floating plug that has some pretty beefy O-rings. So you're going to experience a lot less issues when the frame is connected to the body and you take maybe a bad dive and it possibly tweaks the frame a little bit. You're not going to notice any air leaks because this is a free floating plug that sits in between the body and the frame. So I think that is a really, really sweet little touch. The other thing that's really cool too is the part, this red part right here, you can actually adjust these screws so it lines up better with this front piece that locks the frame in place. So if it's ever offset by a little bit or something like that, you can actually adjust this to help fix that. So I thought that was a cool feature. What else we got? Solenoid, same thing. You're going to have it clamp in and out, which I think is really sweet. Very easy to take everything apart and service it if you need to. And then that also just makes it, going backwards, putting it back together is also really simple. I'll just snap that in place. Oh, one thing that you do have to do though is the grips. These like to flare out just a little bit. There are new grips that are on the way if you have one of these like older models, but new grips will be on the way. And you just get those from DLX, which I think is sweet. It's really cool that DLX is doing everything that they can to make a much better product, and this is a massive step in the right direction in terms of customer service, quality control, and honoring like a warranty with the marker. So let's go ahead and slot everything back in. Let's get it with the barrel on it. Still got that Luxe threading, so it just threads on really nice and easy, but it's an absolutely gorgeous gun. I mean, this thing looks amazing. Like, it looks like a Luxe, it sounds like a Luxe, it feels like a Luxe. Hopefully it shoots like a Luxe. So, and then just a quick note for anybody that did get any of the older ones, there is a quality control notice card on the back of the sleeve that the case that the marker comes in. And all you do, register it with DLX, and they're going to send you a new set of grips when they get them. Now there's only one thing left to do, and that's going to be put an air tank on this bad boy and shoot it. So I'm going to go grab some paint, I'm going to grab a loader and grab an air tank and head out to the field, and we're going to shoot this bad boy. Out here, we got the Luxe IDOL out at beautiful Extreme Paintball Park. The weather is absolutely amazing. A little bit of breeze though, so I do got the little pop filter on, so forgive this little fuzzy bad boy right here, but let's shoot this thing and see how it feels. Got some paint, new Control 2 hopper as well. Let's see how this feels. Ooh. Okay, first initial impression, this thing shoots a lot better than the TM40 right out of the box. Like, this feels absolutely incredible. I'm on the large bore as well, and we are shooting some of the NXL 5-star paint out of this, and it is just shooting absolute darts. I mean, I have a target way out there that you can't see. I've hit it a solid like 20 times already. This is a very, very nice gun. Like, this just feels good, it sounds good. It just, everything about this checks all the boxes that I'm looking for in a high-end marker. And this is truly, truly going to be a competitor to the Planned Eclipse CS3. So credit where credit is due. Luxe IDOL checks every box I want to see. The price tag is very well justified. $1,799. This shoots amazing. I absolutely love this thing already. And there you have it, the brand new DLX Luxe IDOL. This thing looks absolutely slick. It feels super good in the hands, and it's got all of those amazing toolless features that you are going to find in the TM40, and just takes everything and improves it. If you are looking to pick up a Luxe IDOL, you can do so right now on BFPGear.com.